Okay. So very quickly we're going to review. We have just a few more minutes. We have a couple more things to talk about, but we'll be brief in them. Today we've learned about types of graphs and their uses. Bianca worked with how could you plan a lesson incorporating your graph. So you could do your whole lesson that you went through. You take some data, you could break your students off into groups, you could assign them a specific graph type, which Bianca didn't do, and you all actually did a very good job with varying your graph types, which was nice. I don't think that was planned. So you drew some graphs, we assessed graphs, and we've learned how to hopefully apply using graphs in your everyday classroom life. Mark, do you have a question? Okay. Any questions about what we learned? Okay. We are going to quickly look at some technology. Bianca, did you want to speak about this, or?
We just wanted to, there were a couple links inside of the chapter of software that you can use with your students to create graphs. So if you're not the pen and paper type and students have computer time, there are a couple links that were in the chapter that we thought we might show you a couple and give you the list of resources after class. Or I think Gina might put it on the portal so that you can access it there.
I'm going to put Bianca's PowerPoint and mine on the portal so you can have all of that. My internet connection, of course, along with us. Bianca, I don't think we ever updated my job, so I don't think it's going to
okay.
work.
I think if it won't load, it's still okay. Because if you put them on the portal, then you guys can look at the links in your own time and play with them.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it will load, but this one definitely loaded. Oh, it says not responding. I gotta give it this. It's So chapter 7 was about using technology in your classroom to teach, and I know we had seen Tim Raffo show us the smartboard, and that's definitely a piece of technology. The internet is technology, so our book did give us for chapter 21 lots of online resources to use with graphs and data.
I just used this last week in my second grade.
Oh, how did you use this?
We created a graph. We have laptops for original students. So,
nice.
Wow.
So I taught a lesson and they all had their laptops and we did a bar graph. They entered all the plots, the X, Y, the names, everything for how many topics each student has.
Yeah, so basically you can pick what type of graph you want, decide if you want it vertical, horizontal. You could pick the shapes of the bars and the color, and then you could add your data in. It's a little bit easier to use than like Excel or something for students. Labels for your data. And then eventually once you input it all, you can print out your graph. So Kelly, your class was second grade, I don't have data in there, so sorry. And they were able to do this pretty efficiently.
I just modeled it beforehand of what I wanted them to do, and then they all make their own.
And if you do have an LCD projector as well, you can easily model it as a whole class. Very good. So like Bianca said, she has a whole bunch of the links from our textbook on her PowerPoint slide, so we'll put that on the class portal, and you can look at that. Let me get back to our PowerPoint. This one was mine. So that actually concludes our learning portion for today. But before I let you go, there's a few things I want to talk about. I want you to take, we have 8 minutes, I want you to take about 5 minutes of this 8 minutes to write a reflection. And I'd like it on 2 different pieces of paper actually. The first piece of paper is going to go to Bianca. If you've ever been in Dr. Jensen's, I was just like, a way to give feedback to presenters, 2 stars and a wish. So 2 things Bianca did well, and 1 thing that maybe you wish you did, or think maybe she could change or improve on, or just, you could just make like basically 3 bullet points. You could draw 2 stars, and then you can write wish, and just give me a simple statement for each of them. What you like? What do you think I wish? Something that you wish maybe she changed or taught or did differently. Just have to take it. It's anonymous, right? It is anonymous, no names on it. Some constructive feedback. is always good. We've got 2 positive, 1 that's for jar. On a separate piece of paper, if you could just give me 1 more minute. And if you could write on a separate piece of paper for me, without your name, that's fine, what was beneficial for you today from these lessons that you, either one, Bianca's or just today, the whole class, what was beneficial to you? Yeah, most, I mean, I kind of browsed through them and I haven't found anyone who's like, way off. Okay. Do you know what that was for you? Just write what was beneficial for you today. When you're done, before you go, if I can just have your assessments and you're free to go. Remember, it's the last class next Tuesday. So please make sure you're here. I think you have to do class evaluation support evaluation. Oh, I don't know. Do they? I was wondering about it. I was trying on for the technology. So
you have to do an evaluation.
So I did some online. You may not have to do them. Good. Times have changed.